Hey everybody, it's Mel from the casting room. So, what do you do to get comfortable in the Zoom audition callback room? Great question. I've had a few actors ask me this lately, and the whole experience can feel super weird in the Zoom audition callback room. It can also feel, overwhelming because you're in your apartment or you're in your home and you have dogs or you have kids, or you have a roommate, or there's just sirens, in the background. If you're in New York, I mean, we're pretty used to that all the time, and that can just be really distracting, right? So here's what I suggest to get comfortable in the Zoom audition room. First of all, make sure that you're set up, ready to go before you dial in to the waiting room. All right. I've seen a lot of actors lately where they're in the waiting room and then I go to let them into the Zoom audition callback room, and they're either, on their phone and they don't realize I've let them into the callback room. We had that happen and we waited about 4 minutes for somebody to realize that we were there, and they did not realize that we were there. So we had to kick them out of the waiting room and they had to dial back in. So I don't want that to happen to you. So please make sure that you're set up and that you're ready to go. We'll tell you in the chat, at least our office, we let you know, like, hey guys, we're running 10 minutes behind. Thank you for your patience. Or, we give you notes and we give you updates. So make sure that you're checking your chat, because I want you to come in feeling really confident. The next thing that I want you to think about is a lot of actors have an in-home self-tape setup where they have a backdrop. And they have, some form of lighting, like a ring light or a light ring, or they have box lights, or they have some form of practical lighting that really lights them up well. Make sure that that's all set up, because the last thing you want is, myself looking at you on top of the director looking at you, and then however many clients that are watching you, while you kind of fiddle around and try to figure out your setup. The next thing to get really comfortable in the room is make sure that you're off book if you have any sides, okay? Make sure that in the callback room, like sometimes we give last minute direction. Make sure that you're, again, looking at the chat to see if there's any last minute direction that we're giving so that you're comfortable. Work that out in the audition room. Or in the waiting room, I would treat the Zoom audition callback waiting room like the waiting room that you would be in for an in-person callback, right? A lot of times actors will go over their sides, or they'll look at the copy, or they'll listen to music, or they'll just read. I mean, you're not obviously talking to each other in there, which I think can be good so that you can really focus. So I hope that these tips are helpful. I really want you to feel comfortable in that room. I've just seen a lot of actors being like, wow, this is kind of weird, and then it just makes it more challenging for them to just be the focal point of the audition, right? So that we on the casting side can get our job done and book the right person. So I want you to have every shot at being the right person. So I hope these tips help. Go ahead and let me know what you think of this video. Okay, I'll see you guys soon.